What have I done? What is up, gents? DirtBag Gaming here, the channel for casual raiders. We did crazy video. I think I saw a Hell Haters video with him with the new update with Skull Lord Var-Gall. Now, if you guys watch any of my videos of him before, he is a very, very good champion pre this patch. I thought he was super fun in PvP, in Arena, in Lizardmen, Faction Wars. He's like probably one of the best stats baselines in the entire game. And you putting a shield set on him, he super high resistance, like put him in a 3v3 team, he's going to survive probably the longest on your team. Like look how much health he has, and I'm not even focused strictly just on health. So we tested it out because they reworked his kit, his passive, which actually is a destroy set built into his passive. So you don't need destroy set for Scarab King anymore if you have this guy. Now we do have a ring, which is the blood ring, I believe, where you get a shield every time you do damage, which actually helps out in the Scarab King a lot. But if you wanted to build a team around this guy, this is just showing that you can solo with Scarab King. But if you build a team around this guy, he could be the guy in the destroy set, essentially. Like you don't need a destroy set if you have this dude. So I'm gonna make another video of just kind of like a defensive Scarab King. We're gonna do a live run on that. I've recorded one already, but this one's recorded, obviously, as you can tell. We're going to go over the gear, stats, masteries, all the things you need to know about Skull Lord Var-Gall. But I'm going to let this play out for you guys. You guys can just see what he does against this boss. Now, there are some things that I did differently than the Hell Hades video. So you guys will see that at the end. I'll go over what I did differently, what you should be focused on, and how you can beat this. If you're struggling, this is on hard 100. I'm not sure if you had the hard 100 going. And you don't need the front guy. I actually did a video without the guy up front. I used them just for the aura, for the resistance aura, but then I did it again without him just to see if he can solo it by himself, and he can. So I'm gonna let this play out for you guys. You guys can just kind of watch it, and then towards the end, I'll show you exactly what we did differently, and what you guys can actually use with this guy, because he is a freaking beast. All right, so we went over to this Raid Doom Tower stage, and we were looking at the Scarab King floor 100, and his accuracy is 255. Let me see if I could scroll over for you. Of course you can't see it. There we go. 250, 25 speed, 330 resistance, and 250 accuracy. So I was thinking if I just bring his resistance up, I wouldn't need a resistance lead, which is what we did. So let me go over all of his stats so you guys know what I was using. All right, here's our boy. So skills didn't book out at all. I was using this guy way before, like when it first came out. I used him in my defensive 3v3 super high resistance team. Now, why he's so cool beforehand is his base stats. Look at this, 27,000 HP. Because all of those percentages stack off your base stats. If you didn't know, it's based off of like 50% times 27,000, which just gives you a huge bonus. 1,300 base defense, 107 base speed, which is stupid. Let's see, move my head. 90 resistance, 70 accuracy. Like this guy's base stats is probably some of the best in the game. So what we had was 97,000 HP, 3,000 defense, 245 speed, which is really fast. Didn't go for crit damage. Hell Hades went for that. I didn't really care for it. 367 resistance. I said you want to be above that, or above 350 resistance. 350? 350. You want to be above 350. I think that's what it showed, what you needed to beat Var-Gall, not the other way around. But that was with the resistance aura. I did try it without the resistance aura, and it worked just as fine. So you didn't need over the 360 resistance like I have here. Accuracy you don't really need. But the biggest thing that I noticed was this blood ring. Right here, blood shield ring. Gives a wear shield worth 5% of the damage dealt. Really, if you have any one of these three pieces as a blood, just throw it on them. It doesn't matter if it's like HP, defensive, attack. If it's attack, just throw it on them. Like, it's going to help you out a ton with that blood ring. But I did it without that blood ring on another team, which I'm going to make another video for. So it wasn't him soloing it, but it was him with another team in like 2 minutes. He beat the Scarab King. It was crazy. But this is a solo video, so we're going to do the solo method of it. The masteries, this is what I did differently than Hell Hades, was we went down to War Master. It was 60% chance instead of 30% chance. So he does have a chance to proc multiple hits on his A1. And Hell Hades only had him do his A1, which I found out that he needed to be faster. So I boosted up his turn meter. So we did this, 30% chance to increase the turn meter by 10% when a buff cast by this champion is removed or expired. He does give himself a buff, and the shield buff. I don't know if it works on the shield buff. It might. I think it does. But his shield for the ring that I put on him, once that goes away, he gets an extra turn meter boost. We went a little bit more stats with that, and then speed by 8 for each dead ally. So you want to bring a group of 5, have them all die, and then he's super fast. He's 24 speed faster. And also, I didn't go over, when you first start off, you want to make sure this procs as well. So you want to make sure he gets at least 3 kills before you get to the boss. So increase the speed by 6 for each enemy killed by this champion, stacks across each round, 18 speed. So basically you're getting 18 for that, you're getting 24 for this, and a little bit more for this. That's how you get up like super fast speed. And his skills, he's got the A1 that has a chance to get multiple hits. Each hit fills his champion's turn meter by 5%. So he's just all about speed, all about building up his turn meter. This is the one I had him keep doing. This one I took off. You didn't have to do this on the boss, but I had him do this and this. This one you could just block out when you're doing the Scarab King. But this one is a buff, strengthened, so he gets hit less, like a lot less harder than he should. It's 3-turn cooldown without books, 2-turn with books. That's crazy. And provoke, which you're not going to provoke the champion. But when this drops off, it increases his turn meter, or chance to increase his turn meter. So he's basically constantly increasing his turn meter the entire time. This is passive. When attacked, decreasing the attacker HP by 5%. And against bosses, it's max HP by 0.5%. Scarab King. Except Scarab King, whose max HP will decrease by 0.5. So instead of 2.5, it's 0.5 against the Scarab King. And you saw that's all you needed. Like him hitting you, it increases by 0.5 every time he hits you. So literally it just goes away. That change right there, you don't need destroy set. So the way to beat Scarab King before was to bring a destroy set, and that way you can decrease his shield. But having him on the team and just building a super defensive team, or have him by himself, you'll be able to beat the Scarab King with just his passive. Make him super tanky, have War Master procs, have him super fast, and be good to go. So the gear, obviously, you're going to want is regeneration, which most of the time, if you want to solo a boss, that's the gear set you're going to want, so you can farm this in the campaign. And Immortal, just to get that extra 3% heal and a little bit of HP. But healing by 18% every time he goes, 18% of almost 100,000, it's a lot. So yeah, so every time he takes a turn, which if he increases his turn meter, he gets to go faster and heal himself more. It's such a cool thing, which I've never used before until recently when we were soloing Doom Tower. Bommel, I think, was the first time I used it. So let's go over the stats. I literally just rotate this gear. I put this on my on him, on Crimson Helm, on Gem Cursed. So like you just get a really good set of this, and you can just rotate it on whoever you want to use it for. So that's a little tip, is like you don't need 10 of these sets. You just need one really good regeneration set, and then just gear it all up to 16 and just rotate it on different champions. But look at that, 18% on the HP, speed, HP, and resistance. I was looking for resistance, so I'm trying to get resistance on this guy. So try to get the resistance. If you need a 2-piece resistance set, try it. But resistance, HP, and speed. We have a lot of speed on this one, and resistance. Speed, that's about it on the clothes. HP for the main stat. HP for the main stat, speed and resistance, and then boots, speed with HP and resistance. Then the ring, you already saw we have an HP ring, which is the blood shield ring, which you get 5% shield. So it kind of helps if he runs up and hits the boss, he doesn't get counterattacked because he has that shield up for at least one turn. So if he gets hit once every turn, he survives. If he gets hit 2 or 3 times every turn, he dies. So that's why the shield is pretty good with him. Defense, HP. Then this one we have defense, accuracy, resistance. I really just wanted the most resistance I can get. And then here we went with a lot of resistance with the most speed I can get, HP, defense. So again, total we have about 350 resistance. He has a base stat of 90. So 60 from my Great Hall, which I could probably get that up to 80. 90 for base stats, 96 for the banner. So really you only need 120 resistance from the artifact pieces, which should be doable. I'm not going to say it's easy, but it should be doable. So if you think about it, 90, 80 if you have this up, 96 from the banner, and then everything else in the artifacts. So 367, that's what we got up to. You can have a resistance aura, which we did. So there's a couple champions, like we had this guy, he gives us a resistance for the all battles. I know Warlord gives it. There's a couple more champions that have resistance as a lead. That is what I would suggest. So having anybody that you have that has a resistance lead, if you can't get up that high, try to put them in there. I don't know if he's all battles, but you got Brogni, which he puts out a shield, so he could actually be helpful. But yeah, so resistance. So that is that's our Skull Lord, guys. So I said I have a video of him not having the resistance lead. Let me put that up for you guys real quick, and then I'm gonna make another video of him making a team with him. So instead of just soloing Scarab King, which he can do, I'm gonna make a team video, which my fastest run. Yeah, I'll show you the team. So if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you hit subscribe so these videos actually pop up for you guys, and then you'll be able to check that out. So let's go to Scarab King 100 hard right here, and I'm sure, guys, this will work for every other Scarab King, because if he can tank Scarab King 100 hard, he can tank all the other ones. So this is my main team, but let's go over the best teams. Look at that, 58 turns. Vito, Carlos, the brothers, cousins, they're always beating me. But this was the best team. It was such literally a random team. You don't need Iron Brago. You don't need this dude. you don't need this guy and you don't need this guy. Literally, you can just run Scarab Var-Gall with a bunch of like attack DPSers just to get through the waves. Make sure he kills at least 3 people to get to the boss. But then this was the fastest team. This was like 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 48 seconds, which I think was our fastest time. 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 58 turns with that random ass team. So I'm gonna do a video, a live video of me trying to beat the Scarab King 100 with just random champions, including him, because he could be the champion. Like our champion with the destroy set is our Cold Heart here, but you don't need a destroy set if you just put Scarab Var-Gall on your team. So that helps. This is our perfection team. This is the one that you don't get attacked back. If you want to make a tanky team, that'll come up in my next video. But let me see if I can find that video for you guys. All right, so this was the team that we didn't have any aura for the lead. We had 2 DPS just to get us through the waves, and we had 2 level 1s just to die for the masters. But we lost because he didn't have the 3 kills. Like, you have to make sure, watch, he kills 3 people before he gets to the boss, and if he doesn't, restart it and do it again. So now we're at the boss. He probably killed 3 people. All these guys die because they don't really matter, but look at the shield at the top. You can barely see it, but his shield keeps going down because he's attacking Scarab Var-Gall. So 0.5% of the damage is going towards that destroying of the shield at the very, very top. But this is just him running the whole time. And again, I changed it where Hell Hades only did the A1, but you can get away with the A2 because it makes him tougher to kill. And if that drops, he increases his turn meter. So this is the whole run of him just doing it by himself without an aura. And this is actually faster by himself without an aura because I think we got through the waves faster. That's probably why. But there you go, floor 100, 16 minutes, 44 seconds, random team soloing it himself. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully it helped you out. Hopefully you'll be able to use this if you don't have another solo, or you can't get this team, or you're still struggling with it. But let me know in the comments below. Again, subscribe to the channel so that way the next video of the Scarab King 100 will pop up for you guys. If you guys appreciate it, good luck with everything, and we'll see you in another video soon.